Welcome to another episode of Daily Jim. How to make somebody take on more responsibilities. Regular viewers of my show know that I always try to align individuals' ambitions, dreams, and future vision of themselves with the work that they have to complete for the team or the company. That way, I try to give the person a feeling that they're not only working towards the corporate or team's vision, but also on their own growth and development and towards their personal future, whether that's outside the company or inside the company. Still, many people feel anxious or lacking confidence to take on more responsibilities to make that future vision a reality. So sometimes they simply need a push or a nudge in the right direction. The way I try to make that happen is with some kind of participative type of leadership. To make it more concrete, I ask the person to make a list of all the responsibilities or outcomes that he or she has to take care of. And I do the same for the team or the corporate side, all the responsibilities that need to be taken care of, as well as which person is taking care of it right now. I then put those two lists together and I ask the person if there's anything missing on the list. Of course, there's a possibility that the person feels inferior or superior because he or she is taking on more or less work than other people, but that's not really the point. And as you go through the process, usually that feeling will go away. Because what I'm trying to get the person to do is feel as if they are part of the entire process of going from what the company needs to get done to who actually takes care of it. So once the person agrees to these are the responsibilities or outcomes that the company needs to get done in order to continue growing, I then ask him, how can we make this happen? More often than not, we can remove a lot of tasks. Some are from the person, him or herself, and some are from that other people need to take care of. We then have a reduced list, after which I ask the question, who do you think is the most suitable for this role? Sure enough, there might be an all-star player that the person keeps writing that all-star player's name for every single task. But that's not how a company is run or a team is run. So I ask the person, is this really feasible or not? And we start switching names around until there's a list that we think manpower-wise is good enough. After that, I ask the person, if we assign all of these things to these people, what tools, documents, or information do these people need in order to actually be able to do that task? And who is going to be the person to gather that information or to make the files that those people need? Since it's only me and him or her, or maybe it's a group of 3 or 4 people, however many people are joining in this process, I want everybody to feel like they're part of that particular task or their responsibility. Even if they're not going to take care of it later on, at least they're part of it in the beginning stages, so that everything really feels like everybody's participating. Once we've decided on that, I will then ask the final question. Why do you think this is the way we should do it? I try to let the person think about why he or she said all these things, why we went through this entire process, why these people are assigned to these tasks, why these tasks or responsibilities are needed, so that the person also starts explaining internally to him or herself that this was really the right way that he or she could think of. Again, many of these might be some type of leading questions, but what I'm trying to get out of all of this is that the person feels a certain sense of commitment, because along the way, many different steps he or she has been involved and actually has had to say in it. It's not to avoid complaints later on, it's just to make the person really feel like part of everything, so that the motivation gets higher, and also people think that compared to everybody else, they want to take on more and more work, so that everybody has some kind of equal share and that we all equally share the burden. Once that is done, it's decided, and from that point on, we just simply start implementing. That's all I have to mention in today's video. I will be back on Monday, so everybody, I wish you a nice weekend.